Help me! It's not working. What is his leg got? Can't believe it's an amputation. I've done this one before. I did this for someone else, I'm sure. I think. Yeah, they pretty much cycled through. Yeah. I talked to a guy from Cairns yesterday who did it. And he said, yeah, it's usually he did someone else's, and one of those was in his. Was that Ben? No, it was Tim. Tim Backrides. He's in Cairns. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, Townsville, sorry, Townsville. Oh yeah. Like Bob do. Yeah. It's really nice. You can very well.
She's got a minute to think about that.
Good scene time, given that it's Bayside.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were down having coffee.
Yeah.
They must have put a Bayside pot in now. She's only an end away.
Oh, it's our birthday, man.
Oh no, she's on the line that has to work out of
Okay. It's gonna be a birthday.
Is the video on?
Oh really?
Yeah, the video is on.
Yeah, I know.
I've just realised I don't have a pen.
Oh wow.
Make birthday.
So yes, the video is on.
Make birthday 24/7.
That's a stupid place to put it.
Yes and no.
I think Capella Bar's a lot more central.
They can't put a Capella Bar because it'll turn it to an SO3 station or something. They don't want that.
Oh,
So they've got to put something like that.
that's
And
interesting.
if they put it at Birkdale, it forces it to become 24.
You'd think like Cleveland, but
Yeah.
somewhere just a bit closer to sort of feel like Redland Bay.
Yeah.
It can also be utilised for like the back of Logan too.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Hello, I'm Bridget, I'm CCP.
How's it going? I'm Dan, this is Alan.
Hi guys, what's happening?
We're just trying to control his bleeding, mate. I've got some arterial pressure on and just can't seem to control it. He's missing most of his leg here, so...
Okay. How's his level of consciousness?
It's GCS3.
Okay, and does he have a pulse?
There's a weak carotid pulse there.
Okay.
Just has a lot coming out of his airway at the moment.
Okay, will you keep suctioning and
Sure.
will you look at setting up to a ventilator if
Sure.
it needs to be? So, what have you got? Have you pressure on
I've
his
just got
femoral
some
artery?
pressure on his femoral artery and his pad here, but it's
Okay.
still, it's just
It's
coming
just
through his
pouring
page
out,
really
okay.
badly.
I'm going to get the tourniquet set up. I'm going to
Okay.
get some more pressure dressings on that.
Okay, no
Yes,
worries.
so you get the heel of your hand into his femoral
Yeah.
if you can,
No
and
worries.
put as much pressure as you can generate on it.
Okay, sure.
Is that making any difference?
No.
So I'm going to come in. Thank you. Keep that pressure on, don't take the pressure off.
Yeah. No
Excellent.
worries.
How are you doing there, Adam?
Yeah. Still suctioning.
So I'll tighten this. Does it seem to be stopping the hemorrhage?
That seems to be starting to slow it down a bit.
Okay. So if you... Thank you. Cool. Okay, so
Just put it on.
can you put a dressing around that pad so that
Yeah,
holds
sure,
on, and then
yeah,
that'll
yeah.
free you up.
Okay, no worries.
Here you are. So Adam, how are you going?
Yeah,
Still quite a wet airway there. There's a fair bit of fluid. Lots of fluid coming out.
Okay, so airway is partially obstructed and it's GCS3. When you
Is
were
that okay with you?
in
Yep.
suction it and ventilating, were you able to get his chest to rise? Would you get access, please?
Access? Sure.
So is his chest moving when he's ventilating it?
As he ventilates, it is moving somewhat.
Sure. Am I seeing any other injuries?
No, just
That's
that main
still-
one there. And the fisherman says he was just swimming and all of a sudden he... You're okay?
So I'm not finding anything else head to toe. And his chest is symmetrical
Yep.
and not hyperinflated. Adam, I think he definitely has a carotid pulse.
Very weak bridge, very weak,
And
quite
what's the
slow.
rate of about
50.
50? Okay, can I?
Sure.
So, pupils.
5 and sluggish.
So Adam, keep suctioning.
Sure.
Keep rolling him onto his side if you need to. I'm going to set up the intubator because I think this child needs his airway protecting. Are you managing to get some chest rise?
Still? Yes.
Excellent, well done. What age did we say he is? We think he's 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
go for a 20 gauge in this kit, if that's alright.
Sure. If you're ready to get it in, that would be brilliant. Does the bleeding still look like it's controlled?
It's an ooze you've got there, but it's certainly slowed down dramatically.
Okay. And when I look at him, is he poorly perfused?
Yeah,
is
he's
this
very, very
consistent
pale.
with the hypovolemic
Yeah.
the presentation? Okay.
Blue lips. Adam's still struggling every second breath or so. He has to suction.
Sure, and you can roll him onto his side if you need.
That's man, it's still going alright. Loose.
Okay.
Be full in it a little bit.
Sure. So, once I'm set up here, I'm going to come in where you are. Have you got the end title in line? Would you make sure you have that, please?
Sure.
Excellent.
Is my cannula in okay?
Yeah.
Okay, access is in bridge.
Excellent, thanks very much. Will you organise some fluids? It's 25 kilos, 250 mils as first dose, so get that organised and running.
Okay.
Thank you. And will you also get in the radio and call Haru, please?
Yes. Bravo 1 2 3.
Bravo 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to come in
1 2
there where
3.
you
We have
are.
Haru's hash
Sure,
code on,
Adam, will you
please.
come around to
Ah,
this side?
I can.
Thanks very much. So I'm going to have a look in his airway. I'll get you to pass me the tube. It's got the starlet in it.
Oh, yeah. Could
And
be.
then I'll get you to pull out the starlet gently.
Yeah.
Thank you. That tube, please.
So for
It's quite wet in there, but you can
Yeah,
see
so
the way
Pull out
through.
the starlet, please. Pull out the
Good.
starlet. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
I'm happy that the tube is in. Can I get you to blow up the cuff? You blow up the cuff, I'll set this up. Thank you. So, is the tube misting?
Tube is misting.
His chest is rising, falling equally.
Yes.
Am I getting an end tidal reading?
Difficult to say. Yeah, you're getting, sorry, a title of about 50.
Okay. Would you pass that in under his head? I'm going to secure it and I'll get you to hold it while I'm knotting it. Excellent. Yeah. Squeeze nice and gently. Now that tube needs to stay still. It can't go in or out.
Sure.
Keep it nice and still. Excellent. Dan, did you get a response about Haru?
yeah, they said they were attaching them. Yeah.
Excellent, thank you. So this child seems
Good.
to have huge bleeding, and other than that, we can't see any.
Is there a vice
Other
service to hold
injuries?
fluid for us?
Yeah, the fisherman can hold that up for you.
Okay, so the fisherman's holding up our fluid bridge.
Excellent.
250.
So can I leave you responsible for making sure only 250 goes in,
Okay,
and then we'll do a reassessment.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Don't let them just pour it in or squeeze it in.
Squeeze that, sir.
So I'm taking this back again. Chest is rising. I'm getting
Yes.
in tidal.
You're getting entitled.
Have I lost output?
You've lost output.
Okay. We're going to. Will you start doing CPR?
You got that?
Adam, I'm going to get you to take the. Sorry, Dan. Will you take the tube?
Sure.
And I'm going to organise the defib. So it seems to be in VF. So I'll just set that up.
Once every 6 seconds, okay?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
We have the pads on. That's correct. He's
Yes.
25 kilos, so 100 joules. So I'm going to charge it, and then I'm going to get you to stop. We'll do a rhythm check, and we'll shock him if we can. Charging now. So he's charged. Stand back. VF on screen.
Yep.
Shock delivered. Back into CPR, please. Has anything else changed? When I look at him?
Nothing else
Is
has
he bleeding
changed.
again?
Dan is saying, you do see he has quite a distended belly.
Okay. Well, that seems to have changed into a rhythm again, but we'll keep doing CPR for the 2 minutes. Yeah, keep going. And he's not responding, he's not
No response, no.
moving or anything, so let's just finish this 2 minutes. And I'm going to organise an OG while I can. That fluid is running.
The fluid's running, yep.
How much is going
So
through?
are you watching the time?
About 150.
Okay, so about 150, very good.
Okay, so we'll keep going at that for now. Are you watching the time, Dan? We
Yep,
get
so
to 2
we're,
minutes,
we're
we'll
at
do a
52
pulse
seconds
check.
at the moment.
Yep, excellent. He's not responding or moving.
No response at all.
I'll just keep going so with that. Adam, the laryngoscope that we used is in here?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, excellent, thanks.
Oh, that's actually it.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I'd like to get an OG in just so we can decompress his tummy. So I'm going to come around to that side. Dan, I'm going to leave you responsible for watching the defib.
Yeah. So
we'll
we're
do
at 127 now.
Okay, at the 2 minute marks we'll get you to do a pulse check.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll ask my
25
tube on the
seconds.
way over. And then we'll stop CPR if he's got a fast enough heart rate. So his heart rate should be over 60.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
So I'm gonna
Alright, stop there, Adam.
on this side.
So checking for a pulse.
Yeah, you have again a weak carotid pulse of 55.
Okay. Any radial pulse?
No.
No
No,
radial.
just keep doing CPR, please. I'll just pass that in there behind you. Thank you. Is that passing?
That passes, yep.
Alright, so due for a pulse check in 1 minute 40.
So how's the fluid running?
It's halfway gone.
so
At
we're at
250. Yeah.
250, okay. We'll continue with the next 250. Just having a quick listen. Did I get a swoosh?
You got a swoosh.
Can I drain anything out of this?
Yes. Lots.
I'm getting air out.
Lots of fluid.
Okay. So I'll leave that draining into the bag. Have I decompressed his tummy? Does it
Yeah,
look
it
better?
seems to be just a normal looking kiddie tummy now.
Is it easier to ventilate?
Yes, it's easier to ventilate. Yeah.
So, a couple of quick ventilations if you can. I just need to, I never got to double check that. So keep going, Adam. What do I hear in his chest?
It sounds like a wet but equal entry.
Okay. So I have to secure
Do you
that
want to
down.
measure him?
Yeah, if you can, thanks. If you put the hand. So, at the moment, I'm happy with his airway. His tube is secured.
Okay, so we're 15 seconds from a pulse check.
And look at that tube. What's the tube at right now? 17.
17 I believe.
Yeah, so keep that there. We'll continue with that.
Okay,
Adam,
so
how are you
we're up
going?
to a pulse
Yeah,
check
good.
now.
Okay, let's stop for a second.
So carotid pulse.
Still a weak carotid pulse, femoral pulse as well, sitting around 55, which is what you see on the screen.
You want to continue? I'll get you to switch over after the next one if that's okay. And so I'm happy with his airway. His airway is secured and the tube is working. Are we delivering oxygen? Just double checking the oxygen.
Yeah, oxygen is on.
And he's ventilating him. I can see the rate on the screen.
Yes.
At about a rate of 15. Yep. His heart rate isn't adequate. His perfusion isn't adequate, so we're continuing with the CPR. And at the moment, am I happy that that bleeding has stopped down to a
Yeah.
minimal
Yeah,
ooze?
you can't even see anything coming out at the moment.
I'm going to get on to some more drugs. So the
Haru, you get a consult from comms to say Haru have been dispatched to a 1A, unfortunately. That's closer to them.
okay, and can I
1 minute.
put across the situation here? Yeah, and they're still choosing the other job.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're watching the time.
Yeah,
You're
we're
watching the
going to
defib. Yeah, Adam, are you getting tired?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, after this round, will you swap it
Sure.
down? Yeah, mind that tube during the move.
Yeah.
The rhythm I can see on the screen is still
Rhythm is as you see it,
as I see
yes.
it. Okay, and I'm just going to do a double check down here. This is well dressed and bleeding seems to be
Yeah.
under control. Okay.
30 seconds out. And we'll do a quick swap.
So I'm going to drop some adrenaline. Dan, will you tell me where you're at in terms of CPR?
So we got 10 seconds till doing another pulse check and then we're going to swap.
Sure, sounds good. You happy with the tube at the moment?
Yeah, still got setting on. Alright, so checking pulse.
Says you fine. Well, as it was, yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
about
we
55,
Still
matching.
55.
No radial.
No,
Okay,
you got a femoral?
Femoral?
You got a femoral, no radial.
Yeah, okay.
And a rate
So
of
switch
55.
over.
Femoral of 55, no radial.
Oh, sorry, rate up.
Oh, rate up, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice and gentle with that ventilation, Adam.
Sure.
I will keep it. And you're happy with the CPR?
Yep.
CPR looks good. Well done. So we're guessing this child is 25 kilos. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to give him adrenaline and cardiac arrest dose.
I thought it was going, so it's probably close to about 24 now.
Yeah, so that's an important bit. And we're treating him as a potential drowning as well as a hypovolemia. So we need to keep that ventilation really good, try and get his sats up, and we really want that rate to come up. So 25 kilos, 100 mics per kilo.
10.
Yeah, so I'm giving him 2.5 mils of this 1 in 10,000. As his cardiac arrest dose. And
I'll just say no, that's nothing.
Hmm?
That's not it.
oh yeah, no worries. Thanks. So that's just in, and I'll get the person with the fluid to give the bag a flush, big bag of squeeze.
Okay.
Seeing any response to the adrenaline?
No, I do that.
Okay. And you're watching the time. How far are we from the next?
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Okay, we'll do a pulse check at that point. You're happy with the airway at the moment, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at the 8-minute mark, we'll do a check. Yeah.
Cardiac
So
pulse.
the rate looks
Cardiac pulse
faster
of
there.
about 70.
70. Radial pulse.
Still no radial.
No radial.
Okay. Can we get the SATS probe on, please?
It is.
Ah, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
not
on. Is
reading.
it reading?
No.
No. Okay. So our next priority is get moving. We're going to hopefully be able to keep him going with some adrenaline, driving his rate along the way. Will you organise the stretcher?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then we'll start
Okay,
getting
I'll
organised for
go
a
do the
move.
stretcher.
Yeah. So I'm going to drop some drugs in case
Is there a
he
stretcher
starts
in
to wake up.
But it's loaded with stuff.
Pop that in there just as a bite block. Yeah, so I'm going to organise some sedation just in case. You're watching the rate.
Yeah.
We still have a good end tidal reading.
Yes, good time.
Yeah.
End time.
Okay. Does his perfusion look better?
Looking a little better.
Okay. And since we've had that increase in rate, is his bleeding restarted?
No.
No, it's still holding. Okay. So I'm going to switch to some inotropic doses of adrenaline if I need them. So I'm just going to draw them up. Yeah. So 25 kilos. Everything good there at the moment?
It's all good. Yeah. Still got that over that, so.
Okay. Extrications also.
Excellent.
Stretcher's
So-
right here next to him because you're on a boat.
So we're
ramp,
ready
so-
to just scoop over. Yeah. Is his rate dropping down at the rate I'm seeing it there?
It's sitting there at about 69, 70.
Okay, so it was up at 100, it's
No,
trending down?
No, it was only up at 70.
Okay.
That must have been interruption.
So it's kind of holding at around
Sitting
70
around
at the
70 at the
moment?
moment, yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want me to do, Bridget?
Let's get him ready for moving, so you just need to do a little bit of packing up
Okay, sure.
and get the equipment ready so that we're ready to go. I'm going to switch to a new bag of fluid. Is this one running?
That one's nearly finished now.
Okay, so I've got a second bag and hook it up and get
All
that
right.
running.
What drugs are you wanting to draw up and how much, Richard?
So I'm going to draw midazolam and fentanyl for inotropic or for sedation along the way, but
Yep.
at the moment my first concern is if he needs inotropic support, so I have the adrenaline drawn up for that and the fentanyl
What
with
dose
that.
would you give of the adrenaline?
2 mics per kilo, and he's 25 kilos, so I'll have 50 mics. and I have it drawn up in 1 in 10,000.
And what about fentanyl if you got to the point of wanting to do it?
So he would get maximum 25 mics fentanyl and maximum 2.5 midaz. That I think with his current shock state I'd start at a much smaller dose of midaz and probably a smaller dose of fentanyl, and hopefully get them in early as he's starting if he's starting to show signs of needing it, as opposed to waiting until he needs a big dose. That's my plan.
Okay. Let's turn that off. Little Maxie. Bit sweaty, mate.
Yeah. Tight fit.